My name is Kyle David. I'm President and CEO of KDG.
My name is Beth Mickelson. I'm the AVP of Accounting Services here at KDG.
My name is Steve Soule. I'm a Senior Accountant here at KDG.
KDG started as a technology firm, and when we were building technology and business process optimization solutions for our clients, what we quickly realized is we needed the accounting expertise as well to be tightly integrated into those projects. When it comes to things like process optimization, nobody comes to us and says, we don't care if it makes us money or not. They want to know precisely how it helps the organization thrive and fortify. So things like job costing, and revenue recognition and tax liability management all came to the forefront of a large part of the technology work that we were doing.
I focus on the migrations to Zoho Books, and I focus a lot on learning the business operations on how our clients actually work within their systems and their different pieces of technology and what we need to do to translate that over to Zoho. And so through that process, I learned how they're doing it, and then I identify ways and what the intention is, and I take those ways that they're doing it and find ways to make that smoother so I can make their lives easier going forward inside of Zoho.
About 10 years ago, we started a fairly sophisticated accounting practice to help organizations look at their finances as a true asset to grow the organization instead of just something they had to do. And one of the tool sets that we choose to use at the top of our list are the Zoho products: Zoho Books, Zoho Inventory, Zoho Invoice, and of course Zoho Expense and Analytics. Those tools together can really help an organization effectively see all of the different financial assets and liabilities they have in place and begin to look at them in a way they probably haven't in the past, and that is as a tool for growth and risk management instead of just a compulsory thing they have to do to send to their tax man at the end of the year. We have been a Zoho partner for 12 years, and probably for the first 4 of those 12 years, we said we will not touch Zoho Books. It is such an awful product. Probably 7-ish years ago, we gave it a second look again, and what we saw, we were blown away with. The product had matured significantly, and importantly for the work that we do, it's matured in ways that were really helpful to mid-sized and even smaller organizations to help them take the administrative burden of financials away.
Zoho Books is a much easier software to use than others, from things like the menu, the navigation menu, where you can easily navigate from one module to the next, right down to the easily customizable reporting. You can choose a report and customize it to your needs, even export it to Excel to change things even more. Another reason I think Zoho Books is very easy to use is the fact that it lets you lock your transactions from prior periods. That way you can't go back and make corrections to a prior period where financials have already been produced.
The integration between Zoho Expense and Zoho Inventory and Zoho Books is just top rate.
You can easily integrate the modules from one to the other, and the transactions flow right into Books so that you do not have to do double data entry.
And then being able to put a data visualization component out with Zoho Analytics was so compelling. And to realize then that these tools continue to work very, very well together with each other and are customizable to individual client needs. As the product got better and better, we actually migrated our own internal accounting over to Zoho Books, because what we've been able to realize as an organization as diverse as ours and as complex as ours is that we can still use some of the simplified features inside of Zoho Books to get actionable results out of them, but we can also be very complex if we need to be at the same time with splitting out expenses, splitting out line items, orchestrating multi-departmental POs. It's been a very comprehensive tool for us as an organization just inside of KDG. And as a result, we don't feel any hesitation now telling the story of how great Zoho Books is, in large part because we can be our own testimonial on that front. We were so compelled that we spent the time internally as an organization to migrate.
One common challenge isn't even software, it's actually personnel and staff. The ownership might see the return on investment of making the software change, where they'll expedite processes, make things easier, have better access to information, but employees tend to be very accustomed to how they do things, and change is scary. So one thing I like to do is working with the end users that are actually in the system at the ground level and working with them so they can see how they will have their jobs be easier and they can be more efficient, so that we get buy-in from them to that change, and that just makes everything so much easier downstream.
I think some of the bigger success stories are in organizations that are already established, they're fairly complex, and have a lot of different accounting treatments to their different processes. And so the one that comes top of mind, very well established, primarily direct-to-consumer organization that was selling most of their products online. Some of them were being drop shipped, some of them were being manufactured at multiple different warehouses, different tax nexuses for sales tax, and their e-commerce tool was giving them maybe 30% of that solution. It definitely wasn't giving them 100. Their accounting tool at the time was pretty much just a data entry tool. It wasn't giving them anything actionable. And so what we were able to do is we were able to take Zoho Inventory, we were able to take Zoho Expense, we were able to take Zoho Books, and put them together in a constellation of applications that helped their organization not only see their financials for the first time, truly what their financials were, but also enabled them to see the differences between margins on drop ships, margins in manufacturing, different issues with state tax nexuses that treated some of their products as taxable and some of them that were not taxable. All that was able to be pretty seamlessly sorted out with the various Zoho products. And for the couple of instances where there were things that were just outliers, they were things that were very proprietary to that organization, we just built something in Zoho Creator that helped them do it. And of course that fit right into Zoho Books and enabled them to really leverage their financials. You know, in an organization, particularly when it's growing at scale and they're selling a lot of things and hiring a lot of people very quickly, oftentimes you intuitively have an idea that something's going wrong, but you can't put your finger on it. And that customer, you know, as soon as we created Zoho Analytics dashboards of their different products and margins and volumes and things of that nature, they're immediately able to see, I knew we were having a problem here, I just couldn't pinpoint why, and now I can, and now I can fix those problems. And I also knew we were doing well over here, I didn't know how well or why. And being able to answer those questions, of course, you can, step on the gas pedal with the things you're doing well at, and you can also hit the brakes on the things you're not doing so well at. So in that particular circumstance, the customer actually removed some of the products that they were selling as a loss, which increased overall profitability for them. But they never would have been able to do that if they hadn't had such clear, actionable financial data.
Some features that have been super helpful to our clients is the bank rec module. The bank recs are very easy to complete in Zoho. Everything's right in there for you, right in Zoho Books. So you can click on the transactions, reconcile by putting in the balance, and your job is done.
We measure success in two ways. One, is a client happy once we have finished doing a migration from another accounting package to Zoho? Or two, if we're managing their day-to-day financials, do they feel that we're providing a lot of value as a result of using Zoho Books as our underlying software package? And so I can tell you in both of those situations, our clients are quite happy. It's very public on our website that 99% of our projects are quite successful, both from start to finish, as well as all of the ongoing, in the event that we're providing managed accounting for those clients. And Zoho Books is a large part of that. If we're working with a tool that isn't as capable, it makes us less able to provide value-added services to a client. And so that's why in a lot of cases we're choosing Zoho because it's going to make our client a lot happier than they have been previously.
I trust Zoho Books.